You're awake. Finally. Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shook up and took off, shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? Why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka. I don't know about that one, buddy. Here we go again. I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again. Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here. I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear ×1 rule. Then who did it? Who killed her? You already know the answer! The one who killed her is one of you. By the way, how do you like my Monokuma voice? I don't know. I feel like it's a good fit for the character, but I don't know. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's... What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot at with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope. Sorry. One of you is a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone! It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Don't just assume he's telling the truth. That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb, that's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive, you're just so naive! You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here? You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No, no, no. The real thing has just begun. The real thing? Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to the rule number 6 of the school regulations. Anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are found out or discovered. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words...
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder, and they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. Well...
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Okay, so that's the part of the game that crosses over with the Ace Attorney series. Okay, can we get to that part of the game? I'm assuming we have to investigate first, in which case, I'm also down for that.
Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution! Execution? By execution, you mean...
Well done.
So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
What a smart little chimpanzee you are! Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, cause all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Wait, hold on a second. You're freaking insane, you know that? A class trial? What the hell is that?
It's in the name, buddy.
I don't want anything to do with it. Why not? What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Say whatever you want, I'm not gonna be a part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's nothing to do with me.
Do I even need to point out the irony in that statement? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not the one being selfish. I just don't care about things that don't have to do with me. Okay.
Evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle, but then...
Godly spear, gotten here.
Okay, seriously, the glitchiness here is very reminiscent of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I don't like it.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Oh, I knew nothing about her. I really didn't know anything about her at all. I mean, I don't like that she died, because I don't like that anybody died. But on a personal level, I have no emotional connection to her whatsoever. Anyway,
What the? I don't... This can't be real, dude. No way! I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Oh, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they had seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself.
Well, aren't you just a bucket of sunshine?
This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma! None of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma File. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then you know who killed Sayaka?
Of course I do! If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so meet up for the class trial in a little while.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. I'll credit where credit's due. I didn't expect Monokuma to actually kill someone. It's just that I don't think I ever had a single conversation with her. So it's like, I didn't really know you. There's also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you.
Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right, we need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this.
We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength, but they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die, why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death, which is why I don't have any choice, I have to do this. That was a very long-winded way of saying that you need to do this. Like, I get it, okay. Okay, so who would be the most likely person to know something about what happened? I genuinely have absolutely no idea. Do I have to talk to all of them? That would certainly be a pain. Let's talk to someone we haven't talked to before. Let's talk to you. Because you're kind of creepy with the whole... I mean, granted, that's because I gave her a creepy voice, but still.
So you finally noticed.
Noticed what?
I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Sheep's dorm. What? She's right. Then could it be?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. Look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? I guess that's the end of that conversation. Okay. Who else do we want to talk to? You seem kind of unfazed by this whole thing. Let's talk to you.
Hey.
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about searching the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you?
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'm gonna let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. Then why the hell not? Is it obvious if you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? Volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Whoa. Fine then, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That was probably the correct decision. Of all people, she should definitely be the one on guard duty.
Two-player co-op-based defense with two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Great. Okay, who else do we want to chat with? Thing is, I don't really want to talk to any of you. Can we just investigate the body? Yes, we can. Okay, great. We probably should have just done that from the beginning. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead, and that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real? Hell no, someone save me, let me out of here. Somebody help me.
Your problem.
You're just now accepting that. Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say anymore? I'd rather you didn't know.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
I'll be going too.
And just like that, Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty. I better head to the scene of the crime.
Ah, that's right.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will mess them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka.
What are you implying?
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Sheep's guilty yet. That's true. May as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood.
Well, fortunately it's pink blood, so you should be fine.
All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Oh! That's tough, Leon. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left, and their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think that I'm the killer? How'd it turn out like this? You agreed to switch rooms with her. Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is electric.
Yes, thanks. I got it. Thanks. I remember. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it, who really killed Sayaka. Easier said than done, but alright. Investigate. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Sheep's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Gee, it sure is convenient that there was this fake sword in that room, huh? Particularly, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive, and for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. What the hell was that? Monokuma File number 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Oh, that mysterious section from before? Truth Bullets. Truth Bullets, I guess, is just a court record. Good to know. We still have no presents. Once I find out where the shop is...
It's 114 slots?
Okay. Once we find out where the shop is, I'm gonna buy a present for someone. I'm gonna pick, like, a handful of... There's no way I'm gonna get to know all of them. But I'm gonna pick, like, a handful of characters to get to know during the free time sections. I want to try to find someone who has an actual reason to have killed Sayaka. Because it was clearly a targeted attack on her. Someone tried to break into her room first, and then even after switching rooms, she still ended up dead. So we gotta find somebody who actually has a motive against her. The problem with that is that we don't actually know anything about anybody, because I didn't talk to them during the free time section. Oh wait, no, there's one person we know about, and it's the person at the very bottom, you. Unfortunately, I don't think we still don't know anything that's useful, so I don't think this is gonna help us all that much. Maybe I should have talked to more people. Let's just get to the room so we can do some investigating. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress with investigating there. Yep, I got that. So I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. And some other people are here as well. The two people guarding the body, or guarding the evidence, and also you for some reason. That's odd. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this. Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo. When he's only in the mood to be building furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either, then. Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? There's a key on the ground that has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly, yes, we traded keys. We obviously had to do that in order to switch rooms. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Does it, though? Same goes for you. Yeah, I got it, thanks, I remember. I mean, I don't know, maybe she was feeling friendly? I don't know. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room.
Contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. Are you a clean freak? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. Yeah, for like a couple days. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Sheep's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. Now let's actually go into the bathroom to investigate. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness and nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Okay, great. What can we even investigate here? I mean, there's the body itself, obviously. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now there's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma File to verify what it said about her body. Some sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow, but whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma File, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does seem to be swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, well, that kind of looks like the paint from the sword. Definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is some blood on her index finger, but that's it. Oh, did she write something on the wall? She wrote 37, I think. I mean, it's a very strange 7, but it looks like, well, no, it's a very strange 3 and a very strange 7, but it looks like 37. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Nice. We done diddly did. A stab wound in the stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, it must have happened early on. By the way, that's a very strange place to write a message. Like, you'd think she'd at least write it on the floor or something, not behind her on the wall. How would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? It was very possible she broke her wrist during this, especially since she used her left index finger to do it. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Great. Now, can we actually confirm that this says 37? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw 11037. Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I don't... How could she have even gotten behind her to do that? Like, so, you'd think she'd, like, try to write it on the ground, right? Because if she... So, the the blood's on her left index finger, which I would assume means that she, and since her right wrist was broken, she would have written this message with her left index finger. So, I don't know, like, why would you try, like, that sounds like such a pain to write it on the wall behind you. Why wouldn't you just write it on the floor? And see, I could do this. I would assume so. Okay, great. We did it. Leave the bathroom. Yep, I mean, there's not much else to examine there. Looks like you found it, right? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen someone written in blood before. It really was her final message, as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
You haven't talked like an aspiring poet. But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037, I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall, which is insane. Like, at that point, why wouldn't you just write it on the floor? If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result? Think about it. You're not going to tell me? You need to uncover the mysteries of the case yourself, otherwise the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I know what we're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Nice! Dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Like, the part, I'm stuck at the part where it's like, why did you write it behind you? Why would you ever have done that? It just, ugh. First off, her body was in front of it, so like she would have had to move herself in front of the... Unless it's trying to frame someone, unless she didn't actually write this and it's trying to frame someone else. In which case, okay, that makes perfect sense. Because then, like, because I cannot think of any other reason as to why she... That's probably what it is. It's probably somebody else who wrote this. Because I genuinely cannot come up with a reason as to how she would have been... Well, okay, how, one thing. Why she would have chosen to write this on the wall behind her. Because, think about it. If you're sitting up... If you're sitting your back against the wall, and you have to use your left hand to turn around, and... Like, I'm trying to do it with just the air behind me. It's like, why would you ever choose to do that? I can do it upside down. That's Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. That's why the edges are so... Okay. So, alright. So, the reason why the edges are so jagged is because these aren't numbers. They're letters. And... it looks to me like there's... So, if we assume that's true, we have an L, an E, an O, and two L's. Leol. But we also have a name that... No, not the stupid presents. I don't want to give anybody a present. That's kind of similar. Right? Because there's a little line between the two L's that could make for an N. That's gotta be what that's... That's gotta be what that is. Okay, so if she wrote that, like, if that's too much of a coincidence. No, sorry, that can't be a coincidence. It's too perfect. I mean, we can't do anything with that, I guess. I mean, we can, but probably gonna need more definitive proof than that. I can't imagine it would be that easy. But the other possibility is, again, somebody else could have written it to try to frame him. But I mean, at that point, I guess you would probably write it right side up and not upside down. That's the only reason I can think. That's me trying to make sense of what this is. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to memories, who's better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
Well, good thing we actually kind of have a semi-decent connection with her from the last episode. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. You know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it got stuck? It got stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens, no problem. Great. Wait, congratulations. So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. The doorknob? You didn't notice? Right. We'll just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? Doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was obvious this was intentional. What, it was intentional? Why would someone want to do that? I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom door doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought, then apparently struck with a sudden realization she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Tell anyone about that? Oh, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it? Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense she was really starting to get into all this.
That clears that up.
What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
I'll see you later.
As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Nice! Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. I still don't really understand. Oh, I do. There's two possibilities. Either one, this message right here is either it could possibly be a series of numbers that has relevance to something, but I seriously doubt it. When flipped upside down, the message literally spells out Leon. Which, by the way, that's not subtle at all. That's really, really obvious. That's why I'm thinking it might be a decoy, like a red herring, because it's so blatantly obvious that it's gotta be someone else trying to frame him. There's no way it's anything other than that. I still don't really understand this. I already got given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. What Sayaka did, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out, too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Okay. So, then let's just get out of here. Leave the area? Sure, why not? Alright, so... Wait, did we just come out of this room? I thought we came out of... Oh, wait, did we switch the nameplates too? Huh? This is definitely not my room, but it definitely has Sayaka's name on it. I guess we switched... Did we switch the nameplates? Okay, that's strange. Okay, now let's play the thing. Should be able to use to see what's on the DVD. The DVD is Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. I pushed play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... an image slowly appeared, looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well, Sayaka. She was there along with the friend she said she had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
The ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the... Sakaya disappeared from the stage, which is now in ruins, but what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question.
I don't know if you've noticed, this place is kind of messed up.
To go to
Like, really messed up. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Even everyone who knows they are, and everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? The evil teddy bear named Monokuma, obviously. Okay, where can we go now? Oh, the store! Look at this! Oh, can we go to the store? We can go to the store. Alright, let's buy someone a present. Probably not the best time to be doing this, but you know what? We have one coin. We're gonna buy someone a present, so the next time we go, we have a free time section. We're gonna... how do we buy... What can we... Would you like to try your hand against the almighty Mono machine? Let me learn more about it first. I don't know what this is. During your stay here at Hope Speed Academy, you'll find coins scattered throughout the school. These Mono coins are treasures valued by kings and thieves alike. You can use the handbook menu to see how many Mono coins you currently have. And if you put the coins in this machine here, there's a chance you could win a prize. The more coins you use, the better chance you have of getting something new. Check the present section of the handbook menu to review. Okay, so I was correct. So the coins do directly tie into the presents. I try your hand against the almighty Mono machine? Sure, why not? Let's give it a shot. I don't know what this is. Is it just luck, or do we have to actually... What do we do? Use the mouse wheel? Why would you... Okay, that's odd. Got an item. Okay, but are these good items? I don't know. This... microtransaction loot box system in a visual novel murder mystery game. Great. Okay, we got presents. What did we get? We got nothing. Okay, never mind. They were just dud items. Okay, so what? Okay, so where can we go? I haven't been back here yet. I don't quite know what the point. There's bathrooms here. There's, and then what is this room? Like, is this just the trash room? Okay, welcome to the trash room, I guess. There's a sturdy gate here, no way to get past. Hi, my name is Monokuma, and I show up when you don't want. I show up when I'm least expected and when I'm least wanted. It's the end of the line.
The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
Oh, so I'm gonna end up here one day. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further.
Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further.
Shut up and answer my questions, you stupid teddy bear! Stupid, to be fast, just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any
Are
further.
you just on loop? Oh, okay, that's important to the case. Alright, I see. Uh-huh. Yep. Alright, so we have to find out who's in charge of cleaning duty, huh? Who is? Fumi was also there. Okay, great. That's the nerd fanfiction guy, right? Tell me about cleaning duty and why it matters even a little bit. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask?
It just so happens
Monokuma talked to me yesterday and just asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Of course. It's my job to gather all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? And why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So, in other words,
anyone who kills a fellow student becomes black and will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that, hello, either the person people are trying to frame or the person who actually did it, and since you've just said... anyway, so more important than that, as an attempt to distract us, I'm now even more inclined to think that it is actually you. Hey, Fatty, why'd you with the cleaning duty gig anyway?
I just decided to volunteer for something. I knew no one else would want to do it. What's the big deal?
Liar, I know why you did it. You want to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, and poking around at it.
There's no way
What?
to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to...
I would never get tired of 2D. By spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D.
Well, you would get along with about 50% of the Sonic fan base, I guess.
The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Fumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it.
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it?
That's not how it's supposed to...
Anyway, on another topic, Fumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What, so now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss or
Shut up, I don't care. Just let me into the cleaning room because apparently it has very important relevance to the case. So easy. So Fumi and I headed down to the trash room. Alright. What are we gonna find here?
Like me open the gate, wouldn't you? Wait, hey, you know, when I look at it, it makes me think. It said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Fumi pulled out a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then...
Mr. Naegi!
Surely you aren't planning on using the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer tried to destroy any evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind.
Oh, for God's sake.
Maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. This guy's really getting on my nerves. Okay, not that he wasn't already, but now he's getting even more on my nerves. So what is this thing? This is the incinerator, it's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now.
You see the green and yellow button next to the mouth of the incinerator? It's a pretty simple setup. Push the green button to get it going, push the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later you'll be on clean duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned on the incinerator. Very strange, I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Now you've just tempted me to say fairies, like Mr. Crocker. Is that his name? Okay, now I gotta figure out. I'm thinking of, you know, the teacher in Fairly Odd Parents who's like fairies. Whatever, right? That's his name, right? Yeah, it's Mr. Crocker. Okay, just making sure I remembered correctly. Anyway, the fairy? No, you said the last time you were here the incinerator was off. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. I definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then, and since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet. So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Well, if you have a really long pole, you can fit it through the cracks of the gate, I guess. Incinerator has been added to the truth bullet section in your handbook. Right? Like if you could throw it through the gates. And what exactly is this? There's something on the ground here in front of the incinerator. It's like a burnt piece of something.
A burnt piece like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth in the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. And now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff. Which means... that this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with the button-up shirts, or with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Nice. Burnt shirt piece has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, great. And then there's also this right here. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Isn't Leon the baseball guy? He's the baseball guy, right? Oh, okay, alright, I see now. So, he didn't get a pole to get through the gate. Okay, so it's definitely him then. Okay, that is so blatantly obvious. Wow. They didn't even try to hide this. Where's the thing? They didn't even try to hide this. I mean, my god. So they got the pro baseball star to throw a ball through the okay, alright, I see. Oh boy. You know what this is?
Actually, if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. What? It's your kind of thing you might see on any big shitty street corner. Gaze into it and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. It's like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Nice. Shatter crystal ball has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Sheep? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one.
It sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Okay, let's go. Leave the area? Yes, absolutely. Slightly. I still want to know the secrets of how to buy someone a present. Because I'm starting to get into this a little bit more. This episode is definitely a lot more interesting than the last one. So now I think I'm gonna actually make a concerted effort to try to get to know some of the characters the next time we have a free time section. So first I gotta decide which characters I want to actually get to know better, and then after that I'll figure out how to buy a present for him. But that'll be a long ways away. Anyway, to the gymnasium. Hello, friends. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. What are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah, that's my crystal ball. It wasn't him. Let's be perfectly clear here. It's all smashed. What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was bliss. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come back and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Yeah. So I wonder who could have taken it. Could it be someone whose name matches the writing on the wall, who also happens to be a pro baseball star? Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune teller for 2 full years came out to be like $1 million. A million? It's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. No! That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Yeah, me either. Okay, great. So this trip was completely worthless because I already knew. I already know who it belongs, or who, not who it belongs to, but who used it. So what? Can we just go accuse him, maybe? Or maybe we need to find out where the murder weapon came from. So Can we get... Maybe, let's go to the dining hall. Where's that? It's, I guess it might be in the dorm area. Because we need to... I'm guessing... It looked like a kitchen knife. The thing that had been... Like, the knife, or the object in the body looked like a kitchen knife. So I'm assuming that if we go to the dining hall, we'll find it. Let's go here. Oh, look at that. There happens to be a knife missing from the rack over here on the wall. How convenient. These are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or let's see if anyone else here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set's been added to the truth bolt section of your handbook. Okay. Great. Hey, person whose name I forgot. Do you happen to know if anyone came in here to steal a kitchen knife? Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning? Nope, last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure, you can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Great. We done diddly did it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? She was killed in your room, right? I mean, you guys are supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Great, thanks for your input. 6 a.m.?
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started? It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Ah, so the final boss, the boss battle chamber is just the courtroom. Okay, got it. Alright then. The red door on the first floor, that's where I should go. No, where I have to go. And thankfully, conveniently enough, it puts me right here. Hello everyone. You're late! We've all been waiting for you!
Bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Let's not jump to conclusion just yet. Say that for the class trial. Then we can all reveal the details of Sheep's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? Leon. Very obviously it's him. They've put no effort in trying to conceal the fact that it's him. The one who murdered Sayaka is really one of us? Yes. It very obviously is.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Okay, well, I guess it's time to go to the elevator. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Good idea. Are you scared?
No, scared isn't quite right.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I might want to get to know her better. She seems kind of cool. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try to give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, toward the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the door was closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close, it's total shit.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now! Hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. those are not seats. Those are standing desks. The seats were arranged in those. You're not. Contrary to popular belief, a critical part of the seat is the sitting down part. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer the tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain is on in our first case, or the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Okay, you know what? That was actually really fun. That investigation was really, really good. That was much better than the last episode. Alright, I'm excited to keep playing. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Goodbye.